Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 142. And before we get into the main topic of the episode, it is time for Day 15 of the 2023 Advent Calendar. That was Day 15 of the 2023 Advent Calendar. Now it's time for the main topic of this episode. So in, not the last episode, the episode before, I reviewed the first of the 60th anniversary specials for Doctor Who, titled The Star Beast. Then in the last episode, I reviewed the Doctor Who Unleashed episode for The Star Beast, as well as the official Doctor Who podcast episode, talking about the Star Beast. So in this episode, we've got two more reviews to do with the InVision commentary for the Star Beast, as well as the what's it called? I've just done it. The behind the scenes YouTube video about it. So I'm going to do them right now, starting with the InVision commentary, the Star Beast review. So there's the Whoniverse intro. David, Phil, and Vicky introduce themselves. Phil explains that the recap at the start of the episode is for new viewers and to catch them up to speed. Phil mentions that Doctor Who is now on Disney+. Vicky talks about choosing Camden as the location. Phil reveals some of this episode was filmed during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. David mentions it was raining whilst filming this episode. Phil mentions the visual effects team used for this episode. Phil and David talk about their Doctor Who magazine collections. David and Phil talk about Pat Mills and Dave Gibbons visiting set. Phil mentions the mix between visual and practical effects for the crashed spaceship. David refers to Ruth Madeley's character as a semi-regular character. Phil talks about finding a road to blow up for the fight between the Wrath Warriors and the unit soldiers. David reveals he didn't film anything on day one of filming. Vicky and David talk about Tuna Madras. David reveals that they filmed sections of both episode 1 and episode 2 at the same time. So that's obviously the Star Beast this episode and Wild Blue Yonder, which is the next episode. Phil tells all about the final meet featured in the episode. David talks about the sonic screwdriver's new abilities. Phil questions David about his return. Vicky talks about the energy visual effects when the unit soldiers get possessed. Phil and David talk about the Star Beast comic being adapted into a TV story in 2023. Vicky talks about the filming of the Meep ship. Phil, Vicky and David talk about Bernard Cribbins. Phil and David talk about Miriam Margolyes's vocal ability. Phil reveals they spent the same amount of money in one episode as they did in one series in 2005-2008. So that's Series 1, which starred Christopher Eccleston, and then Series 2, 3 and 4, which all starred David Tennant. Phil talks about Rachel Talale's direction. Phil reveals that the court judge scene is based on a Fourth Doctor story. David talks about his hair and makeup artist. Phil reveals that the van doesn't move, that the nobles and the Doctor room when they're trapped and have been kidnapped by the Meep. Phil compliments David on his and Catherine's working ability. Phil comments on David being various incarnations of the Doctor. The Meep's line about the Meep's boss. David doesn't know who it is, so must be revealed during Shooter Gatwa's tenure as the Doctor. Phil and Vicky talk about public filming. David talks about the new TARDIS. Phil promises the new TARDIS will do amazing things. Phil and Vicky talk about directors wanting to film on the new TARDIS. Phil talks about Russell blowing up the TARDIS, and Phil thanks David for returning to Doctor Who. Next up is the review for the behind the scenes YouTube video for the Star Beast. So because of this because of this YouTube video, we know that the read-through for the 60th anniversary specials took place on the 3rd of May 2022 at Wolf Studios Wales in Cardiff. Russell explains that he gets notes after every read-through. Yasmin Finney explains how she got the role of Rose. Carl Collins, Catherine Tate and Jacqueline King talk about returning to Doctor Who. Yasmin Finney and David Tennant talk about the explosions in the Noble's house. Ruth Madeley talks about Shirley's relationship with the Doctor. David explains his initial reaction to receiving the script for the Star Beast. Pat Mills talks about the Roth Warriors. The Roth Warrior actors talk about the costumes. Rachel Talalay, the director of the episode, talks about the outside explosions. Catherine talks about the ending of the Star Beast. So yes, next up will be a short snippet, a short teaser, taster, whatever you want to call it, for that behind the scenes YouTube video. So here is a clip from the Star Beast behind the scenes YouTube video.
Right, we're here today at the read-through. This is the first proper gathering of all of us for the read-through of episodes 1, 2 and 3, and it's very exciting because we've been working on this for months, for years, but this is the first day we all come together.
Scene 1. London, exterior night, London at night, coming down to an alleyway. Scene 2, where a wind picks up and a wheezing, grinding noise, and there's the TARDIS, hooray! It fades into being, and this Doctor, look, there he is, this Doctor steps out.
You come into a room, you've got David Tennant, you've got Catherine Tate, you've got Bernard Cribbins. I think the whole room sighed when Bernard Cribbins said his first line. All the words and all the scripts are just irrelevant until you give it to the actors. They're just what it's all about. We have notes now. After every read-through, you've got to have notes. It's like some lines got to be tweaked, some bits don't quite work, some bits could be better. Add a bit of this, that got a laugh, that didn't. So every single read-through in the world always has a note session. There'll be a new draft then delivered in the next few days. But really, we start filming in 6 days' time.
Oh, hold on, let me help.
He takes down the top box, he takes down the second box, and he sees Donna Noble.
Thank you very much.
He puts the box back.
Do you mind?
Quite frankly, I have a good time on these days because no one likes my scripts more than me. Everyone else can have a moan and pick away at it. I love them. So I'm very, very happy. Properly, though, I'm genuinely happy because we've all put a lot of work into them. The words are just the beginning. All the visuals, the directors are working on, the design teams and effects teams. So this is just the beginning, but I'm properly excited. I can't wait to see these. I'm thrilled.
So that was a clip from the behind the scenes YouTube video of the Star Beast, the first of the Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials. Now, I've been a bit eager when recording this episode because, like with the other 2 episodes that I've recorded on today, the 26th of November 2023, is the day after the Star Beast. Now, if you've watched, I know this isn't Doctor Who related, any of my Neighbours episodes, you would know that I wait a little bit so I get all the social media stuff is together so I can record it all in one go. Now, because I've been that eager, there's been stuff dropping all throughout the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a couple of days, get it all together before they broadcast the second special, Wild Blue Yonder, and I'm going to record it all then. So, I'm not going to redo all of these episodes because, that's a lot of hard work. But, but going forward to for Wild Blue Yonder, the Giggle, the Christmas special this year, and going forward into the 2024 season and onwards, really. I'll be waiting a couple of days, probably about a week-ish, 5-6 days, till I know I've got all the social media stuff, and then I can pinpoint it in, because it's been a bit blocky and yeah. But yeah, let me know what you thought of both my review for the actually no, let me know what you thought of the InVision commentary for the Star Beast and the behind the scenes YouTube video for the Star Beast as well, obviously. If you watched them, if you didn't, let me know what you thought of my reviews, and you can do both those things in the comments below. Remember, you could also like and subscribe. But that's it for the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 142. Goodbye.